beautiful day down at Wade's Farm, and today I'm making a little video of me doing some prep work to get ready to throw some new shoes on Gator. And this is the first time I went in detail on a video with some shoeing, and I wanted to talk about the type of shoes that I'm going to be putting on him. Show you guys a shoe that I made 5 years ago when I was in Farrier school, and talk about the difference. I'm not going to go too much into detail of the difference, but a little bit of detail. So first shoe I want to talk about is, this is a shoe that I made 5 years ago when I was in Farrier school. And I'll be honest with you, when I was in Farrier school, I went down in the summer months in Oklahoma, and it was every day 95 to 100 some odd degrees in the barn working on the forge. And I had no plans of doing shoeing full time. It's going to be a part-time. It was going to be a part-time thing for me, a goal, and just to be able to shoe my own horse. So when I was in school, I had said to myself, like, oh my God, I don't ever want to see a forge again. It was so hot working with the forge down there in the barn at 100 degrees. And so for the first, after I graduated from school, got my certificate, I came back, I got with a couple of farriers, and so I could transition from classroom, barn, doing a little bit of schoolwork to actually being on the job and doing it on a more consistent basis. And most of the farriers, well, I would say only one of them actually used the forge. Everybody else cold shoed. And that's primarily what my goal was, just to cold shoe. What changed my philosophy or my thoughts after 3 years of cold shoeing was getting the horse that I have right now, to be honest with you, Gator. He has 4 different feet. All of them are shaped differently, and the front 2 are the hardest to shape. So I found out that I was having a really hard time shaping his front feet cold and not heating it up. So I was just to the point where I had enough of trying to shape his feet with the shoe, with the cold shoe. So I went and I invested and I spent the money. I didn't buy a really expensive forge, but I bought something that I could use here at the barn. And I actually can, get mobile with it too if I need to. But primarily, I use this forge here at my barn. And like I said, the reason that I purchased it was because I was really having a hard time cold shoeing my horse, not any other horse, but my horse, who has very, very different feet in the front and the rear. So this is the shoe that I made 5 years ago when I was in Farrier school. And if you look at this shoe, look at the shape of it, okay? It's very round and symmetrical. Now I want to talk about the points of the shoe. This is the toe. Right in here is your toe quarter. Right along here would be your branch, and right back here is going to be the heel of the foot. Now I'm going to show you, again, this is a shoe that I made in school. And just to tell you where this, how this is actually cut. So when I was in school, one of the rooms that we had, had a lot of supplies in it and equipment, nails, whatever you needed, steel for the shoes. So let's take this shoe, right, and we'll just make it straight. What we would do was the horse that we were working on, you measure that foot, okay? You measure from heel to heel, that foot. If that foot measures, say, 12.5 or 13 inches, then you want to cut your piece of steel 12.5, maybe a little bit more than 12.5. Say you have to grind some off, or 13 inches. And then you would take that straight piece of steel and you take it back to your anvil, which is right here, if you guys can see. And then you start shaping that shoe. So that's where the steel comes from at school. Now I want to talk about this shoe. This shoe right here is a factory-made shoe, all right? A commercially factory-made shoe. This comes from a Farrier supply store. I purchased them. I don't purchase steel like we did in school and make, measure and cut. I have measured his feet, and I found shoes, that, especially for his front feet, that I can basically shape easier once I put them in the forge. you can't put with his feet, you have to shape the shoe. You just can't, you know, some horses you can actually get a shoe and you might be able to make a couple adjustments, tap here a little bit, blah, 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 you know, and then you'll be able to slap that shoe on that horse's foot. Not with my horse. His feet require shaping of the shoe, a lot of shaping of the shoe. So again, this is a manufactured shoe. I purchased these at a place called Lancaster Farrier Supply, and that's what I buy a lot of these. Let me see. So I'm up there probably like maybe once a month. Again, this is a factory-made shoe. So what I'm going to do with this shoe is heat it up in a little bit, and I'm going to shape it to his foot. And so you guys have a little bit more information on his feet, on gaiters. One of his front left foot, I'll talk about that one. He's narrow at the toe. He has long branches. And so in order to shape this shoe, the shoe for his foot, what I would do first is straighten out my branches a little bit, and then I'm going to bring the toe in. So again, just wanted to show you the difference between a shoe that was made in school and a shoe that was manufactured at a company. Okay? So as I said, guys, I wanted to shape the shoe a little bit similar to the way I'm going to be shaping Gator shoe. This is actually not going to be the shoe that I'm going to be using, but this is a shoe, that's a shoe that I had. But if you look at the shoe right now, I actually just straightened out that branch a little bit. Now I'm going to straighten out that side right there. But before I actually straighten, I'm going to put it back and just heat it up a little bit. So this is the other side. This is the first side I straightened out. This will be the second side. So as you can see, I'm going to put that down. I just straightened out both of those branches right there. So what I'm going to do now is bring in a toe. So I'll be hitting right around the toe quarter right there. But look at those two branches right there. They're pretty much, I wouldn't say they're perfectly even, but for me, for right now, for the video, okay, I think it's okay. Left side branch, I'm sorry, right side branch, left side branch. This is the first side I started on, this is the second side. So my goal was to take this shoe from being really round to a narrow toe with a long branch shoe. branches straighter now. What I'm going to do now, guys, is work on the toe. So I'm going to be hitting up around that toe quarter so I can start bringing that toe in. That's one side. Now I'm going to do the other side. And every time that you actually start shaping these shoes, okay, you want to make sure that it's flat. And this shoe is not flat right now. So what I'm going to do now, actually I need to do a little bit more work on this one side of the toe because it's not really even with the other side. Now I want to flatten this shoe out. And when I'm flattening it out, I want to start at the heel right here, and it's going to be striking blows, okay? You don't have to hit it really hard. You just need to tap it, okay? And each blow, I want to make sure that it connects with the next one. And go all the way around. Once I've done that, then I want to look down that shoe and make sure that everything is straight and lined up. Looks good here to me, so I think I'm pretty good with this shoe right here. But again, what I wanted to do was take this shoe and change it from being really round to a narrow toe and longer branches. And I think I've accomplished that with this right here. It's not 100% perfect, but I think that it looks good for right now. I'm not putting this on the horse's foot. I could do a little bit, just a little bit more work on the toe quarter, but I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what my goal was.